I'm Malcolm Van Delst, and this is an excerpt from Do the Wrong Thing, a book series or extra long novel that opens with a woman trying to kill herself. She says, I don't know why I tried to do this, and by way of explanation, tells her life story. We're not at the beginning anymore of book 4. We're, a quarter of the way through. The working title is Eyes of Different Colors. Last week, Ava got a new job at a feminist cafe, took Posey to a video co-op fundraising party, and asked her roommate about her missing money. And this will be the end of the chapter called The Good, the Bad, and the Posey. Lying on my mattress, my room now looks different, like it belongs to someone else, someone I've never met and don't like. I remember the times I was masturbating. I go to the door, step into the hall and close it behind me. I bend down and peer through the keyhole. At least he couldn't see me. A second list about Tito. 1. Every so often, Tito loses his mind and ends up in a psych ward. And 2, Posey didn't settle in Canada after she left Argentina. Instead, she traveled the globe following new lovers and feminist and South America-related causes, Tito and her other children in tow, or stowed indefinitely at a willing or even unwilling friends. 3, Tito broke, weak from stress, fighting, and instability, I think. 6, he now works as a mental health nurse. 7, he has an older girlfriend, a French Canadian, lighter skinned than him. 8, if it matters. 9, of Tito's 3 full siblings, a sister, Benito, was informally adopted by a Ruiz couple when she was a teenager. Posey never mentions the last 2 of Tito and Benita's siblings. I don't even know their names. I lied. Here is the final list about Posey. 1, Posey and William moved to Arbor because social services, where they were living in Peoria, wanted to take Zanetta, Jero, and Shuker away. 2, what? I demand, outraged. 3, I told you, she says. They are assholes. If he comes into your room, scream, Posey tells Zanetta. Zanetta nods, eyes on the floor. William's been going into Zanetta's bedroom and touching her, Posey informs me. She holds my gaze, a challenge in her eyes. He lies down beside me and tries to kiss me, Zanetta adds. So I don't have a babysitter anymore, and Zanetta can't go to his house when the boys go, Posey sighs. She still lets William spend the night at her place when she's home, though, hence the instructions about screaming. Run away, run away. I move again. It's true that along with stealing, I catch Stephen peering through the keyhole into my room. I want to be alone anyway. Process all this new information about Posey, for one thing. Now that I work in the hub, the hip area of Arbor, I have a reason to move there. The apartment has 2 multi-paned, 4-foot-tall windows in the living room and a front door that's entirely multi-paned glass, huge. The hallway from the living room to the kitchen is so wide I can put a table and chair in there if I want. Hardwood floors everywhere but the kitchen. A basement, but the front door is still flush with the ground. Does that make sense? There's a grassy slope up to the street it's on. The view from the living room windows is of the slope and the feet of people walking by on the sidewalk and of cars driving by on the street. To the right of the windows is the entrance vestibule, a half-window door on the same wall as the windows that leads from the living room into the tiny entrance room with a full glass door. The walkway to and from the suite does an immediate 180 to 4 or 5 steps up to the main walkway that leads to the main entrance for the rest of the apartments in the building. I hope this makes sense. It's affordable. I can't believe I'm downtown in this gorgeous apartment all by myself. I don't buy any furniture. I put my one overstuffed armchair, the one I had in release from my parents, in the living room, along with a single bookcase holding all my university textbooks, plus the few books I've bought since. The bookcase stands against the wall to the left of the windows that face the street, or more exactly, the grassy slope. I put the chair a few feet away. You'd think I'd put it within reaching distance of the books, but I don't. I throw the same German triple mattress that I've had since Birmingham into the bedroom. I buy a long black extension cord from my ghetto blaster. I plug it into an outlet in the wide hallway. It's industrial and arty, I think, an empty apartment and this thick black extension cord attached to a ghetto blaster that I carry from room to room. I want to go back to Peoria, Zanetta tells me one afternoon at Posey's when Posey's not home. Really? What about your dad? It's not true that he beat my mom, she wails. It's not true. He was nice. He only hit her once, and that was after he found out she was having an affair with William. I stare at Zanetta. She looks away. Don't tell Mom I told you that, please. I won't, I say. At Houseworks, my co-workers' eyes are big like an animal's in a trap. We're at a meeting deciding things collectively. She's serving us snacks, though she shouldn't be. She should be sitting, helping make decisions, but she doesn't want to. She says she patters around, reaching over people to offer them food. Mona's Greek. Her parents came from Greece. Thick, reddish-brown hair, tall, wide-shouldered and solid. She's definitely no delicate flower and the last person you'd expect to be tiptoeing around like a fearful slave. She's the one that makes me realize lesbians aren't easier to get along with and to politic with, for lack of a better word, than straight people. The paranoia she exhibits in regard to her girlfriend and us, her community, geez, that's what I wanted to escape, but it's worse here. Lesbians, like me, try to remove ourselves from mainstream society, but not one of us has left our insecurities and issues behind. We bring them all along and toss them into a big stew of neurosis and second guessing. Then we have to eat it. Sitting in the green overstuffed chair, I stare across my living room. I turn to the bookcase. I need to get rid of those books. Vain and silly is not the right word. Arrogant, insecure. I don't care about the books themselves. I don't read them. They exist to make a statement. I studied English at university. Not that anyone comes here, since Zanetta told me that Posey lied about her ex-husband. I've wanted space, so even Posey doesn't come. Vain. The books are definitely vain, both in the sense of arrogant and futile. With Posey, life is busy, colorful, and chaotic. Well, when I'm alone, it's who will I be if I get rid of my books? I am universitied. That's all. A photo book rests in my lap. I look down to the double-page spread of a huge crowd with Gandhi off to the right, one person amongst all these others, yet your eyes go right to him. His presence is that powerful. He's something to aspire to, a saint, maybe even a god. I'm working my way through a stack of books about Gandhi from the libraries. I don't even have an English degree, though. All I have to do is contact Birmingham U and they'll send it to me. I signed up for Introduction to Alfred Lord Tennyson at Arbor U, and last Thursday attended the first class in a sterile room where we all sat in rows like in high school. We could have been in high school. The room was that plain and non-grand. No amphitheater with the professor on a stage at the bottom, no dark wood furniture and heavy doors. The instructor's desk was like a government employee's, and he was so dull I almost fell asleep. I thought I'd finish my 4th year here in Arbor, but after that, no way. A 3-year degree will have to do. No honors for me. My books are... no. They are not holding me back. They're merely trophies. It's me that's holding myself back. It's me that's afraid to let go. I'll stop there. So that's not quite the end of the chapter. There's one more section.